Hi, my name's Dr. Ellen Storm from U-Turn Health. It's Friday the 9th of February 2024 and I'm in my little video booth that I introduced to you guys yesterday, if you saw that. This is just continuing on a little bit with the thought process that I started. So yesterday I was talking about my why for setting up this business, and I was talking about my role as a children's doctor and about how upset I feel when I see children come into the hospital and they're poorly, they're sick with preventable conditions that they don't need to have because of that are related to what they're eating, and I see them at the same time being fed terrible food. So, however, I thought about what I said afterwards, and I thought I think I might need to clarify that U-Turn Health is not a business for children, even though that is my professional background. And it's not for children, it is also for children in the same way that it's for everybody in one sense, in the sense that the more that we learn about this diet style and this way of eating, and the more people that know about it and the more people that do it, that's something that I think is only going to spread, because it's a truth that more and more people are becoming aware of, which is the benefit of not heating our food, of eating fresh, raw plant foods for our health. And that is because that is the kind of food that we were biologically designed, evolved to eat. You know, that's what our bodies work best on. So if you've seen my website, and if you haven't, www.uturnhealth.co.uk, it's got a mission statement on it, which is to eradicate diet-related chronic disease from the face of the planet. Now, that's a pretty massive thing to say, and I kind of have hesitated over that one quite a lot, and then I changed it, and then I changed it back again, and I kept thinking, well, maybe you shouldn't say this, you know, it's a bit too much of a huge thing, and it's a bit too much of a sweeping statement. You know, I'm only one person, I'm starting my business, and you know, I'm kind of talking about the whole world and everybody in it. And I am very fascinated by the fact that pretty much everybody in the entire world eats cooked food. I think that's fascinating. I think it's really interesting why that might be the case. And I think it's not necessarily what we think it is, or what we're led to believe the reason is. So it becomes particularly fascinating when you have the experience of eating raw food and how amazing that makes you feel. And I think almost everybody who does it has that experience, and I've spoken to so many people who have had this experience, and it can just throw your whole world, because suddenly you're like, nothing that I've ever been told is, you know, like it pulls the whole ground out from underneath your feet, because suddenly you're there saying, well, what's true, what's real, what that I have been told can I now believe in? Because if this is the case, you know, like nothing is the case, you know, it really does sort of completely make you have to reassess everything. So the thing about the mission statement, the eradication of diet-related chronic disease, is not because I think I'm going to have a multinational global business that's going to, you know, solve every person, you know, everybody in the world's dietary problems. That's not what it's about. It's about saying there is only one way to get rid of diet-related chronic disease. There is only one way, and that is a truth that we need to start to speak. We need to say it, and we need to say it very clearly, and we need to say it loudly, and we need to start talking about it, because there is only one way, and that way is to eat the diet that we were biologically designed for. If we eat the diet that our bodies are biologically designed to eat, then we will not get diet-related chronic disease. Almost by definition, if you like, we might get other kinds of diseases like infectious diseases or radiation-related diseases, or we might fall out of trees, but we won't get diet-related diseases. And that's quite a large proportion of the burden of disease that we currently are living with certainly in Western society, but increasingly around the world as well, as the Western diet style is spreading to other parts of the world that have more traditionally eaten much simpler and often plant-based diets. So I think the mission statement is related to that. It's related to stating really clearly what needs to happen in order for this aim to be achieved. It's not so much about, we need to convert the entire world to eating high raw plant-based, low-fat food. But maybe we do eventually, who knows? But it is about speaking that truth. It is about speaking that truth and saying, as long as we don't do that, as long as we continue to eat things that we're not designed for, we're going to continue to get sick, and we will never achieve eradication of diet-related chronic diseases. We will always live with them. And there are lots of different kinds of diet-related chronic diseases, but there are more and more and more conditions being scientifically shown to be related to diet in some way. So the relationships can be various. They might be directly causal, or it might be the case that simply the better nourished we are, the stronger our immune system, and the more we're able to fight certain kinds of diseases. But I think that's all I wanted to say today. And once again, I'm looking at the clock and it's saying 7 minutes, and I was only going to stick with 5. So yeah, let's wrap it up there. That's my thought for today. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely rest of the day, and maybe see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.